the show in its entirety. All right, are we back now? Have we figured this crap out, Spectrum? I think so. I believe so. All right, let's see here. We'll get you back on here in a second. Man, oh man. Last Chance Stampede. I don't know what that is. Well, let's mute that. All right, so we're back on. We got to go reshare it on everything. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Thanks a lot, Spectrum. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Okay. Well, here we go. Round one of the Wrangler National Finals was last night. I don't know what that was all about, just switching around on its own. Maybe there's ghosts in here. Hell, I don't know. All right. And we're going to recap that. Also, after our interview with Cassie, we're going to talk about something else with National Finals related as well. But joining us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline from Cowboy Christmas, it is Miss Last Chance Stampede, Miss Cassie Turner. All right, Miss Cassie. So we were just talking, but Texas is good so far?
Texas has been great. Super fun, super kind.
And you were saying it's a lot warmer.
Yeah, by about 40 degrees, and there's no snow, so it's pretty great. Haven't even found any ice yet.
Oh, very nice. Cassie Turner, our guest here, Miss Last Chance Stampede. Now, you are not down there with the Stampede committee. All the rodeo committees across the country, you usually end up at the NFR because you're booking acts for next year or a couple years in advance, but you're actually down there for Cowboy Christmas, so take me through what you're doing.
So I am working with Cassie Curtis Designs, another fellow gal from my hometown in the Valley. And Casey does a bunch of leather feathers with unique stories behind each and every single feather she creates. They're all hand-painted and one of a kind. And she asked me to be a part of her booth this year to help her sell and work her retail. So that is what I'm doing.
Well, that is awesome. You were just saying, like 5 minutes previous, Miss Rodeo America, Jordan Tierney was there.
Yeah, Jordan was there. We're talking about becoming Miss Rodeo America and how I'm planning to run for Miss Rodeo Montana.
That's next year, right? Because you're still, there's still, Katie Lynn Krause is still for another year, correct?
Yep. So Katie will be for another year, and then that next following January, not this coming, but I will run for Miss Rodeo Montana in 2022.
Okay. It seems so far away, but yet it's just around the corner.
I know. Just I have a year when I get back to prepare.
Hey, Cassie, when did you get down to Texas?
I got down here on the 2nd, so it's been my 3rd day now.
Okay. And you got to go to the first round last night of the national finals. What was so different about it being in a baseball stadium compared to a normal arena?
You know, I had some really high hopes. I'm not going to lie. I was a little let down. It was just like being in a baseball stadium, you know, sound echoey, couldn't really hear that much. The vibe didn't feel the same either. So it was a little disappointing, a little Debbie Downer. I've heard from not just a few people, but quite a few actually. Every person that was there last night that came in our booth today has said the same thing. So it was sad, especially being spread out, you know, 50% capacity feels like nothing. Like you feel empty and lonely in that arena.
I was going to say, because I was watching your live video last night, and I'm showing it right now too. The barrel racing, great stuff, by the way. At least we got to watch it because Cowboy Channel Plus wasn't working for all of us that paid a lot of money for it, so we didn't even get to watch it. But you took some great video of the barrel racing and the bull riding last night. But it did seem, it did seem just different because like when I talked to Hayden Medjid the other day, the crowd's not on top of the competitors, and it's like you said, wide open, and it just felt different watching it even.
Yeah, you know, you could really tell that those Cowboys missed that on top of the feelings. It was so easy to miss someone who was out there running. Just if you look away for 2 seconds because you're not right there in front of them, you could easily miss 2 or 3 runs at a time.
Crazy. So they did the timed events on either side of the baseline. Is that right? So team ropers
Yes.
were on one side and tie down was on the other in steer wrestling?
Yep. So it was a little weird. It was like one side and then the other, and then one side and then the other. And it's like, please just pick a side. I was really lost.
Oh.
I wanted it all in one spot because I was like, I can't keep backing about. Like, oh, I was lost. I was really lost.
Oh, that is awesome. Cassie Turner, Miss Last Chance Stampede, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. What else is different about there that you've heard? Because I don't know. Have you been to Vegas for the NFR, or is this your first trip?
I have been to Vegas for the NFR.
So you can speak on this. And what's the big? What is a lot of the differences between Vegas and Fort Worth, Arlington area?
You know, I'm gonna say price is the first one. Everything here is way more expensive, by like 2 or 3 times more expensive. So that was a little different. It's just not the same setup as like Vegas has it nailed. They have it to the T. They have everything set up just right. And here it was so last minute that you could feel it was so last minute.
Mm. And does that affect like Cowboy Christmas? Because it's normally, I mean, in Vegas, it's all within a few blocks of each other, but this seems a lot spread out more.
Yeah, it's way spread out. So when we went from our event center down here at the convention center, it took us 20 minutes to drive all the way down to the Global Light Field. And that was kind of a big deal because 15-minute drive is quite a bit, especially going from rodeo to go shopping.
Well, and you're going from, I mean, the parking lot is huge too. I mean, this is, like I said, it's a baseball stadium. So there's, it's just so much, there's different parking. The rules, obviously, you had to wear your mask the whole time inside, correct?
Correct.
And it's kind of hard to cheer at a rodeo with a mask on.
Yeah. And, you know, when you go to clap for someone, I mean, you start to clap, but then you look around and like you can't hear anyone else clapping, so you feel very alone, like you can't be clapping. And I feel for those Cowboys because they really rely on us cheering for them.
Right. You got to cheer on the Montanans, though. That was pretty cool to see. To see Mr. Stevensville now, Richmond champion, coming up with the round 1 win, and that's a good win for him to get started.
That was a good win for him. I was really excited. I just like walked in right at the right time and missed him. So I was really upset about that. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, the one Montana person I wanted to see.
Oh, geez. How many other from Montana are down there? Not competitors, but just fans and people in general.
You know, I've actually met quite a few. Some of the local horse trainers from around my area are here that I've worked with.
Cool.
And I just saw them recently today. So, yeah. I have former queens that I know down here. I saw quite a few people, yeah.
What was your reaction when Lisa hit the barrel last night?
I kind of was upset, but then I was kind of like, oh, I don't know what to say because, you know, you've always been there. And it's like, you know you shouldn't have done it. You did it anyways. Yep.
And she's usually great at keeping the barrels up. So that's why I was, shocked that she knocked one down on the first night. Miss Last Chance Stampede, Cassie Turner joining us here on the Jason Walker Show from the site of the National Finals Rodeo this year in Texas. It's not going to stay in Texas, right? They're going to go back to Vegas.
Yeah, so Vegas actually still has a contract for the next 5 years, and they're rotating this year technically onto that contract, so they'll still have it.
Okay, so that works out well. We don't want Vegas to lose it. And I've talked to a lot of Cowboys, and I'm sure you have too, a lot of rodeo people, that it's just like we've talked about. It's not the same. And is there anything better though right now that you've noticed?
Oh goodness.
So no.
Maybe no. I don't know. Probably not. It's really hard. There's not as many vendors here too for Cowboy Christmas, and that's really hard. And one of the things that me and Casey have been doing is we're trying to promote via shopping online, just because we can only go to 50% capacity here. and 50% capacity is quite a big difference versus full.
Right. And so you're noticing a hit too in the booths.
Yeah, we've noticed that there's quite a slow amount of people coming in, and then they look around and they leave. Normally, Casey's booth has always been really, really busy, so she's kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but
Oh man.
we've been just taking it onto social media. We're taking over Horse and Rider magazine right now, and we're doing a takeover today.
Oh, that's awesome. So what does that mean?
So we're posting on their Instagram account at the moment.
Oh, nice.
If you go and look on their story, it'll be about Casey Curtis Designs and the booth. So it's a day in the life of Casey Curtis Designs.
That is super cool, and hopefully that'll help some online sales as well as Cassie Turner joins us. So are you there for the whole 10 days?
Yeah, I'm here all the way till the 14th.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Of course, it's great to get out of Montana, but are you missing it at all yet?
No, I'm not missing the cold or snow at all. I'm quite content. I'm in a tank top right now, so I'm very happy. I'm very don't need a jacket or anything. No sweatshirt.
Are you doing?
Can look like a lady.
Are you getting full dolled up in queen material or in queen doll up here?
In a way, I have my beautiful buckle on as always from Montana Silversmith.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have my beautiful new created Jimmy hat as well with me. So Casey's been decorating that hat with some of our beautiful hat band feathers.
Nice. But you don't have to get all queened up.
No, technically I do not. I do not need my sash and crown, which are at home.
Oh, okay. Which is nice because then you don't have to get up at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm up at 6, but same thing.
Well, yeah, but when you're getting ready for a competition, how long does it usually take you?
Well, it depends on if I have lash extensions or not. If I have lash extensions, it takes me like an hour and a half. If I don't, it takes me about 2.5 hours because you got to get the lashes just right.
That is true. Hey, so do you get to go to all 10 nights of the rodeo?
I do not, but my last tickets are for round 10, actually.
Oh, okay.
So we will be watching round 10.
Nice. Did you hear a lot of people like I talked about at the beginning where we just couldn't watch it? Have you heard from people down there?
I have heard from people. Viewing parties have been pretty dead, especially because they're outside. And it does get chilly at night once that sign goes down. So no one's really wanting to go and pay for the viewing parties, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. Because I know in Vegas, it's on every TV and every hotel because of the closed circuit, but they're not doing that down in Texas, I guess.
No, they are not. There's a few hotels here and there that are doing it, but most of them are not.
Because again, it's so spread out that it just doesn't sound like a real finals.
Yeah, it's a different feeling for sure. It doesn't feel like finals. It feels kind of like an everyday rodeo.
That is just absolutely crazy. I'm glad though that you're down there, and you're working, you're making money, which is always a good thing. But plus you get to hang out in warm weather.
Exactly. So it's a win-win.
You know what you should do is you should go over. I think he does it every day at noon, but interrupt Flint Rasmussen's outside the barrel and just show up.
I should do that.
I think Flint would appreciate that.
I think Flint would appreciate that.
So what's your schedule for the year? Do you know for next year?
Well, I have a few specific requests, some from stock contractors, some from not stock contractors. I do get to do the Riggin Rally again next year as a queen. I won't have my title, but I'll still get to be at the Riggin Rally again.
Okay.
So that'll be really fun. And not to mention, I also get to do the Big Timber Rodeo with John Smith.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And then, of course, hopefully we get a Miss Last Chance Stampede competition, but also a Stampede in general.
Yeah, I'm hoping, I love the title, but I feel like there needs to be another girl who also can have the opportunities that I'm having right now.
Sure. But we just want a rodeo in Helena. We just want rodeo
I
across the
know.
state, right?
You just want a rodeo. We just want a rodeo.
That's exactly right. Hey, I know you're busy. I won't keep you any longer, but appreciate the time. We'll maybe check in with you next week and see how things are going and if you're tired of Texas yet.
All right. I can definitely do that.
All right, Cassie, take care. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Jason. Thank you.
That is Cassie Turner. She is an absolute sweetheart. Her mom is an angel as well. And they're down there. In fact, they're watching some juniors, too. And some juniors from Montana doing pretty well at the junior finals, including, let's see, East Helena's Decker Jones won the junior saddle bronc round yesterday. Let's see here. Leighton Laframboy of Helena took second in the senior bareback division. Also, Tiber Jones of East Helena, ninth in the Pee Wee bareback. Morgan Buckingham of Miles City, no score bareback, will compete today in saddle bronc. Paul Allen O'Hare of Livingston also riding today in saddle bronc. Also, Rhodey Demers of Phillipsburg. That's a great rodeo family. But Rhodey had no score in saddle bronc riding today in bareback, also in the competing in all around. Brenner Jones, Decker and Tiber's brother, no score yesterday. Bareback competes saddle bronc today. Rough stock wraps up Monday, and then following that will be 5 days of timed events. So there's a lot of Montana kids down at the Junior World Finals at Fort Worth. And I think Robin Turner, Cassie's mom, was there and got to see her. So that was pretty cool. And we'll keep an eye on that as well. All right, day sheet for tonight. I know Treasure State Radio has left us, so we're on our own now. Day 2 tonight, Wrangler National Finals. Let's see here. Montana connections. You have Richmond champion out of Stevensville. He's on Vold Rodeo's Beaver Valley tonight, and he'll be going out third after winning last night. And the round. Nice round, by the way. Tie down. Oh, we didn't mention steer wrestling, rather. Jesse Brown from Montana State split the go with Dakota Eldridge and Blake Knowles last night. So a 3-way split. I think they were all 3-9. But Jesse Brown out of Baker City, Oregon, but started at Washington State, ended up at Montana State, played some football, and rodeo too. Team roping, was it Chase Tryon took 5th last night? Or no, Clay Tryon took 5th last night. And let's see, one of the Tryons finished last night or got a score and one did not. Haven Medjid finished out of the money. Chase Tryon and Brenton Hall were 5th in the opening go. They went 5-2. Clay Tryon and Jake Long didn't get a time. Let's see. We talked about Haven Medjid finished out of the money. Chase Brooks had a split 5th and 6th with Brody Kress. Lisa Lockhart finished out of the money. She knocked down a barrel. We talked about with Cassie Turner. Let's see here. Stetson Wright is so good. He's not a Montana, but he's pretty good. That Wright family, unbelievable. Good Lord. I mean, they're good at all of it. Anyway, having a conversation with Spectrum, which is kind of, at least they're trying to figure out an issue that we keep having here. All right, let's do, all right, so that's your, we got the NFR update. The segment, by the way, brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark's got his calendars out. And it's Cowboys of Western Montana and also Scenic Montana. You can order either or both at marklaroephotography.com. Great Christmas presents, as are his regular portraits. Just saying. marklaroephotography.com. Today is December the 4th. It is National Cookie Day. What's your favorite? Faux Fur Friday. It is National Dice Day, Sock Day, and Bartender Day. And yo, bartender Joe Boo needs a refill. Running empty here. 1909, the oldest still operating NHL franchise officially established, as J. Ambrose O'Brien and Jack Laviolette create the Club de Hockey Canadien, known today as the Montreal Canadiens. 1943, Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis, who is being accused of being one of the biggest racists, and they want to get rid of him in baseball, but he was the one in 1943 that said any baseball club could sign black players. 1997, NBA would suspend former Golden State Warrior Latrell Sprewell for a year after attacking coach PJ Carlesimo earlier in the week. And I believe that was Tuesday. And then yesterday he had a contract voided in 1997. Today, all those years ago, 23 years ago, suspended for a year. I don't know if he played anymore. 1963, on this date, Sergei Bubka, unbelievable pole vaulter, was born. LPGA player Pornanong Fatlam was born, 1989. 1816, James Monroe elected the 5th president of the United States. 1844, James Knox Polk elected the 11th president. 1840, birthday, Crazy Horse was born. Tashunka Whitco, Oglala Sioux chief, was born at Fort Robinson, Nebraska in 1840. 1858, Chester Greenwood was born. Chester Greenwood was an inventor from Farmington, Maine. He was 15 when he invented the earmuffs. 1913, Robert Adler was born, Austrian-American inventor. He invented the remote control for the television. How about them apples? Yeah, pretty cool. Where are we at? Get here.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Good stuff. Refreshing. Ice. Had a great show today. Lots of fun. Trevor Funseth. He is the mop. At TP Funseth on the Twitter. You can follow him as his gang of CMR Montana Staters looking to make some noise even further. They are America's team in Barstool Sports College Gaming Championship. And you can follow along on Barstool Sports. And Wednesday, the Fatal Four, as the Cats take on Seton Hall. That'll be a fun one. Notre Dame, Grand Canyon University, the other Fatal Four matchup. Also, Cassie Turner, thanks for joining us from Texas. Good stuff. Next week, speaking of Texas, we'll talk to television reporter and sports director Amanda Atwell about the football player who has been arrested, high school football player arrested today for felony assault after tackling a referee yesterday after being kicked out of the game, and then went back and attacked the ref on the field. And we saw the video, and that kid was arrested today for a Class A felony assault. Probably shouldn't do that sort of stuff. Eduardo Duran held on cash surety bond of $10,000 at Edinburgh, Texas. But we'll show it to you again. This was last night, Texas high school football playoffs. And the kid ran after and attacked the official. I don't think it's going to play. Of course not. Why would it play? Because Spectrum says, oh, we ran a test on your modem and it's fine. But yeah, clearly it's not. All right. Well, we won't even try to show it. We'll try to show it on Monday when Amanda Atwell joins us. We're also going to have, we might have a surprise guest as well. Join us Monday. We had a great week. Greg Rockach, Haven Medjid, Katie Garson, Forba, Cassie Turner, Trevor Funseth. Next week will be even same amount of fun, if not more. If it is possible to have this much fun as we do each and every day on the Jason Walker Show. Go to jasonwalkershow.com. The walk-off brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, 625 Euclid in Helena, also in Bozeman and Billings. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on a Manic Monday next week at 4 o'clock. JasonWalkershow.com. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Have a good weekend.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.